So this is the murder trial of Case and Allison, who premeditated the murder of Joe Ramirez. Now, I've sent this story out to all of the Aunt Jemimas and the Sambos, and not one of them are covering it as extensively as they are covering the Carmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf incident. What I would like to know is, why is that? Why are these black men and women so into wanting to see a young black man go to prison, but this white boy here, this 17-year-old Casey Allison, who murdered 17-year-old Joe Ramirez in a similar fashion? The difference is Casey Allison took the murder weapon, a knife, from his father's closet and took it to school knowing he was going to use it on Joe Ramirez. This is premeditated murder. But of course, the Aunt Jemimas, like Treehouse and Messy Michonne, they don't want to cover this. Neither do the Sambos, Officer Tatum, Anton Daniels, OK Rick. None of these Sambos or Aunt Jemimas want to cover the white boy, because they know if they cover this white boy as extensively and as harshly as they do the young black man, they're going to get canceled. The Peckerwoods are going to cancel them in a heartbeat. Anyway, let's get into this.
Prosecution rested its case today in the murder trial of Cason Allison. Allison is accused of stabbing classmate Joe Ramirez nearly 3 years ago. 6 News reporter Sydney Walker is back in the courtroom. So, Sydney, what happened today?
Today was the longest day of the trial thus far. Detective Gene Cole, who was the primary detective on the investigation into the stabbing at Belton High, was on the stand for almost 5 hours, and that's just today. This isn't including his testimony from yesterday as well. After the state rested its case, the defense called 3 witnesses in the last hour of today. The full over an hour-long video of detectives' initial questioning of Allison was shown to the jury today. The video shows Allison lying his head down on the desk and eventually lying on the ground and vomiting in a trash can. In the video, Allison revealed that he took the knife from his stepdad's closet that morning out of fear of being jumped by Ramirez, and also that before Ramirez had punched him, he had pulled the knife out and told Ramirez, quote, "Don't touch me or I'm going to stab you." What followed was a long period of pushback from the defense regarding the overall investigation. They asked why Allison was questioned even though he was visibly ill, why Allison was not Mirandized in a more serious matter, and why Cole did not view security footage previously. They also asked once again why phones were not collected at the scene before the lockdown was lifted. The prosecution rested their case just before 4 p.m., and the defense then called 3 witnesses. First was the doctor who treated Allison in the emergency department. He confirmed that Allison was given a CT scan to rule out serious head injuries like a brain bleed or skull fracture, and also confirmed his diagnosis of a closed head injury. Next was a close friend of Allison who was supposed to fight alongside Allison in the planned fight off campus. He said that fight was supposed to occur around 5 p.m. that day and take place in a 3-on-3 format. Last up was a teacher and coach from Belton High who helped stop Ramirez's brother from chasing Allison down the hallway. He shared that Josh Rios had told him that his brother was stabbed in the bathroom, and the two went to check assuming that Ramirez would still be in there. After that, he took Josh to the nurse's office and kept him in there, assuming that, quote, "the best way to help Joe was to let the nurses work." In cross-examination, the accuracy of claims made by Allison's friend about who initiated the planning of the fight altogether was questioned, and Snapchat group chats were discussed. We ended right at 5 p.m. today, but we'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow to hear the defense continue their case. In Belton, Sydney Walker, 6 News.